Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jason from Straight Edge Knives, and man, I'm excited today. I just got a package in the mail that I kind of wasn't expecting, and I had to get out here and get this video going because I'm excited to show this blade to you guys. Um, Here it is. I haven't even opened it yet, so kind of gonna see what's in the package. I kind of know what's in the package. This is a package I got from TKell Knives. Um, Pretty sure it's the Nightstalker. Which is going to be awesome. But let's crack this open and take a look and see, just to make sure. Came packaged nicely, by the way, using my MSF 4.0 folder to open the package. All right, let's see what we got going on there. Okay, there's some extra stuff in here that I wasn't expecting, so let's check this out first. Oh, nice. Check this out. I got a TKell hat. It's got a couple of patches. It's got this says TKell right there with Velcro on it. And then there's also a TKell patch. That's pretty cool. And it's got some little patch areas here on the side and the back, so you can put other stuff on there. Excuse me, that's pretty cool. Got me a TKell shirt. Nice. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Awesome. I like it. Not sure that'll fit me though, because I'm a big boy, but my wife will sure look good in it. All right, cool. And then, bam, here's the knife. So this is pretty cool. So I've never had one of these knives. A buddy of mine at work kind of, excuse me, brought TKell up to me, and I hadn't heard of them before. And I was like, okay. So I started checking them out, and pretty impressed with what I saw on the internet. And I started watching reviews and other things on YouTube, and really liking what I see. And when I was at Blade Show, I did get a chance to see his booth really quickly and talk to Mr. Tim Kell very briefly. Fortunately, I was busy doing a lot of other stuff, so I couldn't spend a lot of time there. But what little bit I saw, the blades was impressive. I thought they were really cool, and I like a lot of the stuff he's doing. American-made blades. Mr. Kell is a Marine veteran right here in the United States. He's making these blades, and looks like he's working hard to get them out. But check this out: when you get one of his blades, it's going to come with this kind of, it's like a plastic case, pretty slick looking. See, so you kind of just slide this up. It's got little notches here that kind of keep it kind of clips on there, so that's pretty cool. Set that to the side. Oh, this looks nice. This looks really good, guys. So down in the bottom of this, there's like a piece of foam that the knife kind of sets in to keep it in place. There's a TKell sticker in there as well. Put that back in there so I don't lose that. All right, let's get to this blade. Ooh, this is a nice little compact blade, guys. Look at this thing. This is the Nightstalker. Has a nice Kydex sheath, blue handle, the rings. So this is where it gets a little funny for me, and not really funny for me. I am not a big ring fan most of the time, and it's not because I don't think it's functional or anything. I know it is. The problem I have is most of the time when I get a hold of a ring knife, I don't like the way it feels in my hand. One of the things that really bugs me a lot of times is when I got it in my hand, I'm making a fist, I feel like my finger is out of place. It's either up high or it's like pushed in, or the same with my pinky. I like to have like my fist feel like it's a natural fist. And when I was picking up these knives over at Blade real quick, I was pretty impressed with, they felt really good. When I was picking them up, let's get this out and show you guys real quick, and I'll go over the sheath here in a bit. Get a look at this blade. Look at this. Woo. And them handle scales are sexy. I like it. Well, let's get back to what I was saying. I put my finger in here and I close my hand. My finger is barely off. Like my fist is in line like I like it. And I haven't really found very many ring finger knives, crambits, or anything like that do that. And when I picked these up and I was kind of holding them, I was like, okay, I finally found one that I like. If I come over with my pinky, same thing. I feel like everything's still in line. Like I like it. I mean, it's off just a little bit with my pinky, but it's not as bad as like a lot of other ring knives. But what, you know, obviously a lot of times this knife is meant to be carried reverse grip, right? I feel like I'm in line. I feel like I got a nice solid fist, and that's what I really like about his designs. I mean, look at that thing. So I'm not one of those guys that can do all the fancy flip stuff. I'm surprised I didn't cut myself just now. But this blades are really cool. This one is actually 80 CRV2. If you go online, and these are sold out right now, and you can pre-order one, and it gives you the option of either getting an 80 CRV2 or is I think it was AEB-L, which is another really great still. Couldn't think how to say that for some reason. I had to write that down too. So that's really cool, because when you order a knife, you go in there, you get different options. You get the option of your still, like 80 CRV2 or AEB-L, which is super cool. You also get handle scale options. So this one came with like, I can't remember the name of this one, but it's blue and black, like G10 with what they call his grenade pattern. You can see the scallops and stuff on there, which adds to the grip, which is really cool. But there's several different grip options that you can get with these handles, and you can choose them, which is cool. It's not like I don't think it's even extra. I think there might be like 2 or 3 that I saw that are like $5 extra, but there's a whole bunch of different options for handle scales. And if you ever wanted to, you can always go online and order the handle scales separate and switch them out. You get tired of the blue and black and you want to go with like a red and black, you could switch them out. There's just so many different options on there. It's really cool. They have these really cool, can't remember what they said they call them, which is my fault. Sorry, Mr. Kell. But these are, from what I understand, proprietary. The handle scale bolt holes. Sorry, I got allergies are kicking up, and I got a lot of having to clear my throat a lot. These bolts are proprietary, I believe, and they're actually designed to easily remove your scales, but also you can put paracord through there. So like if you had to, this is, I think, the perfect size for paracord. You could slide paracord through there. So if you had to, you know, bad situation, lash this to a pole to make a spear or make a little lanyard or something, you can easily do that. I believe a lot of his blades come with these bolts like this, which is really cool. You do have a little bit of a glass breaker slash skull thumper on the end there. So if you're holding it, you gotta, actually, if you're holding it like this, you gotta do a little dink, knock on some glass, ding ding, hey, open up, coming in. You got that. Man, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know why I keep having to think it's out here and this outside, but one of the other really cool things is you have this nice little thumb ramp right here, and it's got just enough of a little scallop textures. And I'm going to reverse the camera here a little bit to give a top-down view of this, and compare it to some other fixed blades that I have, and you'll be able to see some of that detail a little better. But even up here in the finger choil area, there's just these slight little scallops that are give you grip, but they're not hot. Like I'm rubbing it really hard right here on my finger, and it's not cutting me or scraping me or anything like that. And the same up here on the top, I can rub my thumb aggressively on here, and it doesn't bother me. Like I feel like I can do this for a while. Eventually it's going to give me a blister, but it's just because you're rubbing something, right? Man, this thing is really cool. It's very light. So I'm not really good at doing all flippy thingy. Tactical Tavern, that guy can do that really good. You do have a nice swedge here on the top as well to aid with where the tip still has strength, but it aids with slicing and piercing capabilities. Thing is really sharp out of the box. I mean, it's taking the hair right off my hand. Clean that off. Let's get to the sheath. So the sheath is really cool. It's a really slimline profile. And typically, a lot of times what you see is it's a taco style kind of folded over. But a lot of times what you'll see is these holes and everything will be on the blade side. On his blades, he does it with the blade where the fold over is on the edge, which is nice. It's different. It does come with this pocket clip, which is ambidextrous, so you could take this, flip it around for left or right carry. You could even probably, because of the multiple holes, you can even switch it to be like vertical carry if you'd want, or you could completely remove it and put any type of, I mean, I guess the imagination's up to you. You could probably put the Ulti clip or Tech Lock. You could even run some paracord through this and carry it as a neck knife if you wanted to. So it gives you a lot of different mounting options, but it's a very slim, low profile sheath. The retention, it's got a nice large drain hole in the bottom, so if you get liquid in there, it'll drain out. It's got a nice clip. You can hear that? There's no rattle at all. I mean, it is dropping it. There's no rattle in there at all. It's like, typically, a lot of times I always pick up a little bit of rattle in Kydex sheaths, but this one is just very, very well fit, and nice options. And then it does have a nice little jump thumb wrap right here, so you pop that off really quick, grab it, do what you have to do. Now I wear XL gloves and mechanics gloves, and this is this handle. I mean, it looks small, but my hand it fits just perfect in my hand. It really does. Seriously, this is one of the reasons why I kind of really gravitated towards this blade, was the ring and the grip, and then the size. I mean, it's just a nice self-defense blade. That's what this was designed for. This wasn't designed to be a bushcraft blade or anything like that. Could you use it for that if you had to? Yeah, absolutely. You can use a knife, any type of knife, for almost anything. You can use a chef's knife for a self-defense knife if you have to. Not necessarily what it's designed for, but it'll do it in a pinch. Same thing with this. Like, if you had to use this for some bushcraft stuff, you could. If you had to use it for some food prep, you could. I mean, it's not what it's designed for, but it will do it. This is designed to be a self-defense blade. Let me go over some specs on this real quick. It is dual tempered, which is pretty cool. I was reading about that on his website. If you haven't got a chance, check out TKell website. I'll put a link to it in the description. They do have a life of the knife guarantee. If anything happens to this blade, let's say you're 80 years old and you hand this down to your son, and he hands it down to his son, and that kid breaks it. Well, if TKell's still around, which I hope he is, he can send it in. Like, if this knife was made by them, doesn't matter who owns it, they're going to cover it under their warranty. So that's pretty cool. This is one of the other things that really caught my attention, is they don't Cerakote their blades, they don't tumble them or nothing like that. They actually do a nickel boron coating. So if you don't know what nickel boron is, I got to kind of be careful with how I say this because it is YouTube. Nickel boron is actually used on a lot of parts of something that's hotly contested in the U.S. Essentially, it has to do with like the Second Amendment. So you kind of go from there. But it's a very, very, very good coating. I mean, it's on a lot of parts that take a lot of abuse and wear and tear, and it holds up fantastic. It's also somewhat self-lubricating. So what's kind of cool is, with it being on a blade, is whatever you get on your blade should be easy to clean off. Like, it should come right off. I mean, even just feeling this coating right now, this feels slick, but it's not slick like my hand's going to slip off of it. So it's very cool. This stuff is designed to take some serious abuse. Once it's on here, I mean, it's pretty much impregnated into the metal. So the coating should never, I mean, you'd have to really, really be cutting a lot of very, very hard stuff to I think really wear this coating off. I got some flies zooming around me. I'm outside, but that's a really cool thing. I haven't seen anybody else in the knife industry do this, put a nickel boron coating on their blades, and I thought that was very. I'm getting attacked by flies. I thought that was very, very cool. One other quick thing to note before I finish off with these specs is, it just dawned on me, even if you don't use the ring, you can hold it like this. It feels very comfortable there as well. Again, my pinky is just barely up. If I come in, I'm holding it without the ring. This knuckle is just barely up, so I still feel like I have a good fist of them. Hitting my hand hard, I don't feel like rubs just a little bit right here in this notch. But if you're having to do this in a bad situation, you're probably not going to notice that. So I wouldn't really worry too much about it. So anyway, back to the specs. I'm sorry. Again, you can get this in 80 CRV2 or AEBL. It's 0.125 inches thick. It has a 60 Rockwell hardness. It's a 3.25 inch blade length, 1.25 inches wide. It has a 4.15 inch handle with the ring, and overall it's 7.75 inches. So there it is. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to flip it, give it a top-down angle, and I'm going to compare it to some other fixed blades I have. Now, none of these fixed blades I have rings on them. Like I said, I don't typically buy ring blades because I don't like the way they feel. But this one is one I would definitely own because it feels great. But I just wanted to give you some size comparisons to some other knives that are out there. I tried to get a mix. I do have a lot of tops knives, so a lot of these are tops, but I have a couple other that are different. I don't have a ton of knives that are in this size range either. So some of these are going to be a little bit bigger, but I just want to be able to give you a size reference, plus give you definitely a better look at the blade. So stand by. We'll be right back. All right, here we are. I know this isn't the fanciest work table here, but like I said, I'm working outside. So got the dog and the kids inside. Everybody's making noise, but give you a better look at the sheath and this handle. I mean, like I said, very nicely made. Again, this clip is reversible. Slide it. It's designed for scout carry, but you could always flip that around, left or right handed. Flip it, make it vertical. There's that thumb ramp I was talking about. So it's got the nice little jimping right there. You see that drain hole down at the bottom. Very nicely made. Give you this closer look at this. That nickel boron coating also gives it this really cool, I don't know, you can see like these like line patterns on here almost. It's very cool looking. There's the logo. And see, you can see these scallops I was talking about right here. Look at those. Those are very, very, very nice. Like, so they're not sharp. They're nice and rounded, but they give you just enough purchase on there. Sorry. If you look at the spine of the blade, I mean, again, you can see with that coating and stuff, it just gives it a very, very cool look. And then you can see well, he calls it a grenade pattern that he does on these scallops on his G10 handles. And you can see those bolts. So you use I think it's an Allen head key to take these out. I'm not sure what the size is on it though. So, but I mean, very, very nicely made, very comfortable handle in the forward or reverse grip. There's that little window knocker, if you will. My finger here so that'll focus. You can see it's not super sharp. So if you're carrying this vertically, you won't have to worry about this really digging into your side or anything like that either. So we get the focus a little better. Very nicely, very, very nicely made. Edge is super sharp. They also offer free lifetime sharpening. You can see that swedge there on the top. And see, it's got a very acute point, but look, you can see there's enough meat on the end here that is going to be a strong point as well. So for size comparisons, let's see. I got picked this up at Blade, the Sincut Waxahachie. For size comparisons wise, this is probably the closest blade I have for literal size comparison. You can see there, this over a little bit. They're almost the same size. The Waxahachie is a little bit longer, but I mean, almost the same thickness, same handle scale thickness. And it's got like a 4-inch handle. You can see holding that there compared to here. Very nicely done. This is probably just way bigger, but if you have a Tex Creek, you can see like the size difference here. Obviously, the Tex Creek is bigger. It's like a 4-inch blade. It's also going to be a lot thicker stock. Sorry, let's find something else here. Let's go with the Tops Woodcraft. Now, these are all completely different classes of blades, I feel like, but I just wanted to be able to show some size comparisons for you. Woodcraft is obviously a lot thicker, a lot bigger as well. Again, sorry about the having to clear my throat. Let's go. So Tops Knives Impact. Again, the Tops Knives Impact, definitely a bigger blade, although almost the same thickness, which is interesting. This is an interesting blade here. But like I said, I didn't have a ton of blades that size comparison wise in that area. A lot of my stuff is bigger, but then this one does fit that bill. So I just wanted to be able to show that to you. But really what I wanted to get is a nice up close look at this blade. Very, very beautiful blade. Definitely would highly recommend picking one of these up if you're in the market for a EDC slash self-defense style blade, because that's what this is. Of course, you could use it for other things, like I said. But look at it. Made in the USA. Nicely made. There it is, guys. The TKELL Knives Nightstalker. I don't know why. I was going to call it the Night Hunter for some reason. I don't know why. Brain fart, guys. The TKELL Knives Nightstalker. Man, I don't know why. All of a sudden, I'm just like phasing out. Probably because I worked all night. But check it out, man. This thing is very, very nice. Like I said, my ring finger is just a little bit off, but not nearly as bad it is with a lot of other karambit style blades. That's why I really like this one. This one felt super good in my hand. So, all right, guys, if you're in the market for a nice American-made blade with some options, like I said, you get different clip options on your sheath when you order this. You get different. You can choose between two different blade materials. You can choose between handle materials. I mean, you're getting a lot of options. Right now, he has this. These are on pre-order, I believe, on the website, and I think they're listed at $200, which is, I think, a hell of a deal for what you're getting in this package. So yeah, definitely jump on there and jump on that pre-order before they sell out, because a lot of his knives are sold out. That's how popular his blades are getting. So, all right, thank you, TKell Knives, for sending this for me to do this video on. I appreciate it. This thing is badass. I'm going to be getting one myself, and looking forward to it too. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. Stay safe, stay sharp. I will have links to TKell Knives down in the description below, so please click on those links and head on over there and follow TKell Knives on Instagram and YouTube. He's putting out a ton of videos on how to use his knives, different carry positions and things like that. All right, thanks again so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Again, stay safe, stay sharp, and we will see you next time.